Hi kids, Heidi here, Restyle Secrets. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're returning, bless you. Today is something unusual, even for me. I asked a bunch of my imaginary friends on the internet. Well, they're real people and they're real friends, but we've never met. So I asked a bunch of them. It was always been a dream of mine to interview each and every one of them and a whole bunch more. And it's really challenging to get two people who are busy together at the same time to spend some time talking and record it and then edit it and upload it. Even to do a live is challenging. So I said, hey friends, if I send you a list of my interview questions, will you make a video interviewing yourself? And we'll all have them drop on the same day, March 31st, which is soon, so I better get busy. And I thought, well, it would only be fair if I interviewed myself. So this is my recent batch of reseller interview questions. A couple of my friends have probably been subjected to these questions before. Thank you for your patience. So please, if you are coming from another channel, I hope you'll watch some more of my videos and like and subscribe. And if you are one of Heidi's favorite people, then check out the list in the description box of all of the other people who are making a video similar to this one. And those include Keegan, who is the teen reseller on YouTube. So YouTube says my demographics are all women over 50 plus Keegan, the teen reseller. My dear friend Lori Tata, Lori's Boston Found, Veronica, her channel's Veronica Mitke. I think it means Veronica with a K in German. I don't know. Thank you, Veronica. Elaine or Alana Reseller is participating. Amber of Amber Resells is coming out of retirement, hibernation, wherever she's been, to do a video. And I hope that Kay of Passports and Pizza Pies can get her video done as well. I'm so grateful to all of you for participating. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. So my first question is this. So Heidi, consider brand, condition, style, cost, and comps. Which one do you care about the most? So they're all important to a purchase, right? And when I'm looking first at brand. I'm just through the hangers, brand. Once in a while, I'll see something and go, oh, I don't even care what brand it is. And then actually, it turns out I do. Brand, condition, style, cost, and comps. I have to say brand. If buyers are searching, they're hardly ever searching on condition, on cost, and on comps. Brand. Brand I care about the most. So, okay, next. Consider brand, condition, style, cost, and comps. Which do you care about the least? I care about condition, but to a certain point. Some things that would make other people shy away, I'm a big fan of, because I mean, look at this sweater. I'm so excited. So that kind of condition does not bother me. But stains. You'd think condition would matter more, because then I might inspect. Style. I don't have a clue what's stylish. Cost and comps. Which do I care about the least? Style. My best genre of clothing is for outdoorsy people. People who like to camp and hike and fish and boat and ski, and I call them hiker bikers. So outdoor clothing, and it's great because it doesn't really change styles much. The fabrics get better. The style. You can find an awesome pair of Arc'teryx windproof pants from 25 years ago. Were they open then? I don't know. And they'll sell just as well as new ones. Well, not brand new. Oh, good Lord. So I care the most about brand, and I care the least about style. And anybody who knows me is not surprised. Where do you go first when you enter the thrift store? So if I'm going to one of my ordinary Goodwills, I've got two groups of Goodwills, and each of those groups arranges things pretty much the same. Actually, I go first to the craft section to see if they have any needlework kits, because I've got a new problem. Anyway, other than that, in my normal Goodwills in this area, I go to handbags, and I don't buy very many handbags. Bought one today, but I typically go first to handbags when I'm in those Goodwills. When I'm in the other Goodwills, I go to. Doesn't really matter. Probably dresses. And I used to skip dresses altogether. Interesting, Heidi. No, it's not. But anyway, name a department you never go to. Never is a strong word, but I generally don't go to toys. First of all, there's usually annoying little toddlers there whose mothers have abandoned them in that corner of the store, which is fine. I would do the same if I had a toddler, so I don't look at toys. Once in a while, I'll look at games and puzzles, but that's not toys. When do you inspect? Apparently never. As you go or all at once? So do I take one thing off and inspect it? I mean, I'm holding it up. I'm looking. Is it stained? Is it worn out? But it's shocking how often I miss them. When I first started, I would always go to the window or to a table where I could have direct overhead light, and I would go over each item so carefully. I don't do that anymore. Are you good at it? No, but fortunately, I'm good at getting out stains. So let's mark that down as something. Room for improvement. Shall we call that that? Room for improvement. Okay. When do you check comps? As you go or all at once? This is a two-part question. So okay. I either check them right away before it goes in the cart, or I don't check it at all until I get home, and then I'm going to list it. So I check it, before it goes in the cart. Once I've decided that the style is fabulous and the condition is good and the brand is good, if I'm going to check comps, I do it before it goes in the cart. Does that make sense? Are comps better or worse when you get home? They're hardly ever the same, are they? And sometimes, you get thrift goggles and you find a brand that you're just over the moon about, and you look up the comps and they're great, and then you get home and they're like, okay, they're fine, but they're not great. I would say if comps are different, they're worse at home than they are in the thrift store. Do you think that's the tech gods at work saying, ooh, if we show her good numbers, she'll buy it, and that adds to the total gross national product? No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Lock me up, Lord. In 3 months, how many different thrift stores do you visit? I could actually go to my spreadsheet and tell you how many I've been to in the last 3 months. Well, Heidi, you should have done that before you started recording. I counted years ago, 5 years ago maybe, I counted that within a 40-minute drive of me, I have 60 plus thrift stores. Straight up thrift stores, not including consignment. They're crazy. And that includes 2 Goodwill outlets. I know. You'd think I would find lots better stuff than I actually do, wouldn't you? In 3 months, I'd probably go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that are kind of in my regular rotation. That's pretty good. Look at a listing more than 6 months old. Okay, let's go look at my eBay active listings, and we'll go to like page 3. Oh, I can sort them by. Let there be light. I've got a touch lamp over here, and it's very touchy. So let's sort by start date. I don't even want to look at that because I haven't listed most of all last weekend. February, March, April. What was 6 months ago? September? Bear with. So, I need to relist some stuff. Interesting. Apparently I did relist some stuff because I've got things that I listed in December, and then before that it was August. So, okay. October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, let's look at something I listed in August. Would I buy it again today? A Chico's leather belt with hammered brass buckles and a metallic gray and silver. What? That's a small medium. Paid $1.25 for it. I'm asking too much. Let's mark that down. So we'll change that price to $24.99. And yeah, I would buy that again today. Right above it is something I probably got in a thread-up box, and I would not buy that today. I acquired it in April of 2021. Why haven't I pulled that out? So a lot of what I bought 6 months ago, I would buy again today. Nothing that I bought 3 years ago that I still have, I would buy again. And not because it's still sitting there. Question number 9, in case you were keeping track. What bothers you more, getting a return or not being able to find an item you just sold? The latter, not being able to find an item I sold. Once in a while, when I'm accepting an offer, I'll go, do I still have that? And I'll go check before I accept the offer. And I do. I probably only get an out of stock maybe once every 18 months. I do try to do an audit of all of my inventory once a year. And I usually start it and I never get done. So the next time I started at the other end of the numbering system. But you really should audit your stuff occasionally. So it doesn't bother me to get a return unless, it was $130 sale or something. That's sad. But I've been selling on eBay since I started reselling in the end of 2017. Wow. No. Yes. Wow, that was a long time ago. And I've always accepted returns right from the beginning. So people get things they don't like. I couldn't buy clothing online if I couldn't return it, because who knows what it would look like on me. So it doesn't bother me to get returns, again, unless it's a sad dollar amount. Everything I've ever gotten returned sold again. When was the last time you went to the mall? By mall, Heidi, the interview question editor, meant the indoor mall, the one that has department stores on each end and a food court in the middle. And my mall is not good anymore. There are 2 great malls about 40 miles away from me that are very active and have all the stores are still open and everything. But I think the last time I went was probably 2 years ago when Kurt needed to go to the Apple store. I might have gone in 18 months ago because I heard that there was a thrift store open in one of the mall spaces, which that would never have happened in the good old days. And it turned out to be, she liked her stuff a lot, and it was way overpriced. So no, I don't go to the mall anymore. I buy things at Goodwill or Amazon. Sorry. What's your source for what's trending in fashion? I wish I had a source. When I'm trying to be a good reseller, I go look spring and fall. I go look on websites like Nordstrom, Tuckernuck. I really like their brands, and I hope I can find them. Higher end department stores to see what new brands they're carrying and what kind of stuff they're pushing. It doesn't help me a lot to know what's in style because it's not in the thrift store yet. If it's a new style, it's not in the thrift store. People are just taking it home from the mall, and it's not gotten stale yet. So anytime I've ever bought something for style, because I thought it fit with, look at me. Do I know what's in style? So my source is all of you. If you tell me something is trendy, then I buy it. Which category would you never give up? And I guess we're talking about clothes here. Sweaters. Sweaters and I have a special affinity. I like to shave them. And I like to even wash them. I have a little mesh rack where I can dry them. I have a wonderful gentle cycle on my machine and a special bag I put them in. Sweaters. I would never give up selling sweaters. Here it is, springtime, and I'm still buying sweaters. So, what job or activity in your past best prepared you for reselling? Well, I have varying degrees of business experience, small business. So, I knew how to do bookkeeping, and I knew about cost of goods, and I knew about checking your inventory to make sure it's correct, and, businessy kind of things. And I'm pretty organized. I had a lot of jobs where I had to be, you know, stay on task and be organized and be able to lay your fingers on things in an instant. That helped. But as far as clothing, one of my sisters said, "What made you think you could do this?" I think she was just curious and not being, maybe she did mean that. But anyway, as far as knowing about clothes, I would attribute that to learning how to sew at a very young age. My mother sewed. She was a beautiful seamstress. She did a lot of other needle arts that she taught me, like embroidery, and all of us, me and my sisters and mom, all did a lot of projects in the late 70s and 80s with crewel and macrame, and we made the felt stockings with the sequins, and my sisters used to make pillows and drapes and bedding and everything. And I sewed a lot of my clothes in high school, and I sewed a lot of my kids' clothes. So the ladies at the department store where I bought fabric taught me about, the difference in different kinds of fabrics and different kinds of construction, and just learning how to use patterns and all that stuff. I learned a lot about clothing. Never learned much about fashion, although I can immediately spot something that is vintage 70s or 80s for the mature woman, because my mom, I remember what things she wore. But yeah, not a lot of preparation for being a fashion seller. Now, question number 14, what is a fast sale? To Heidi, a fast sale is 30 days. I'm amazed when I hear some resellers talking about what's sold, and they'll say, "Yeah, I took that offer because I've had it quite a while. It's been over a month." And I'm like, "Oh, you're a good picker." So if something sells in 30 days or less, I'm very happy. I mean, I've had a few that sold in 24 hours, and that's those ones you go, "Oh, I should have asked more." What is a slow sale? Well, if you look at my inventory, no, I would say a slow sale is more than 6 months, and I would love to avoid that. Once, a long time ago, probably when I had been reselling a couple of years, I went through my spreadsheet, and I'm not a spreadsheet wizard by any means, but I can fill in boxes, and I can look at the stuff and see what it says. Of the sales that I'd had in the previous year, of the items I'd purchased in the previous year, like 80% had sold in a year. And half of them had sold within 60 days. Like a quarter or 20% had sold within 30 days. And I was really happy with that. So if I did that exercise again now and I could sell half within 90 days, yay. Last long story question. Story problem? Is that what they call them? If you had to give up selling clothing, what hard goods category do you know the most about to start reselling? Or if there's none, what category do you want to learn about? Hard goods category that I know the most about, I would have to be books. I was once a great reader, but that doesn't necessarily tell you what books would resell. But I know the different genres, and I know that fantasy and science fiction do really well, and hopefully my electrical reference book that I picked up last week does really well. So if I had to give up clothing, I would probably go to books. It's not, I don't know that I know the most about selling books by any means, but I guess it wouldn't be tools, it wouldn't be glassware, it wouldn't be knickknacks, because I just, I get queasy when I go down the knickknack aisle because I'm afraid there'll be a clown in there somewhere. Anyway, if none, what category do you want to learn about? What category would I like to learn more about? I'm all set. When you're old, you can just say, "Nah, I don't want to do that." Okay, lightning, would you rather? I'll see how fast I can go. Fast nickel or slow dime? I actually have the slow dime method. No, the fast dime. No, slow nickel. That's what I can't even read my own questions. I always say, I am a part-time reseller, except I work full-time hours. So I probably have a really slow nickel business model. But I'd rather fast nickel. Bargain hunt or pay up? Bargain hunt. I think paying up is like $8. Never sell shoes or never sell purses. Never sell shoes. I would give that up very quickly. When I buy shoes, it's because they were begging me to buy them. Otherwise, I don't buy shoes. Would you rather take photos or write listings? I would rather write listings all day long. And sometimes I get like 40 listings written and I still haven't taken any pictures. Would you rather clean shoes or sew on a button? I will take the button every time. Because remember, shoes. Sell only men's or sell only hard goods? I would sell only men's. I sell a lot of men's and I enjoy it. Would you rather do only thrift stores or only the bins? I would rather do only thrift stores. The bins is fun, but it's so random. And one of my outlets, I'm pretty sure that's where they put stuff that wasn't good enough for the thrift store. The other one is better, but it's much more competitive. So I would choose thrift stores because I have so many to choose from. Would you rather do only eBay or only Poshmark? This week, I would rather do only eBay just because the market is so much larger. Would you rather give up reselling or give up YouTube? If I gave up reselling, I would have nothing to talk about on YouTube. Well, that's a conundrum. Why did I give myself such a crappy question? I would rather give up. I would rather give up ice cream. I can't answer that one. And it certainly is not going a lightning round, is it? So that's the end of my list. Did I answer all your questions? It was fun. I had fun. Did you have fun? Please check out the videos by all my great friends, Keegan and Lori and Veronica and, is it Elaine or Alana? She goes by 2 names. Amber and Kay. All the links are down below in the box. And like and subscribe. Go subscribe to all of them. Thank you so much. And if you're a new friend, welcome. Bye, kids.